Hello everyone and welcome to TYTSports locked out outside of the Allianz Arena. Yes, you can see the fine fixture right behind us pointing at inanimate objects. The Allianz Arena in Germany, they could afford to send me out, obviously. So Bayern Munich hosted Arsenal. They defeated Arsenal in the first leg at the Emirates 2-0. Now Thomas Müller would be on the bench, along with Toni Kroos, who is probably going to go to Manchester United very, very soon. How exactly would it play out? The first minute 30 was all Arsenal, simply because they got the ball first. They kicked off the action for roughly the first minute 30, I would say. They kept possession. After that, all Bayern Munich. The tiki-taka style that Bayern plays, of course, with the former Barcelona coach Pep Guardiola, was fine, and they looked very, very fine. And they displayed their fine passing and whatnot. Arjen Robben was active. I really like Thiago Alcantara displaying his fine skills in the midfield. David Alaba, by the way, played a fantastic game, not just in the first half, but in the second half. At one point, he maneuvered his way through the central midfield, had a flub shot, but he was very active down the wing and in the middle. But then on the other side with Arsenal, did you ever get the feeling that they were really going to break through in this match? Did you ever get the feeling that Olivier Giroud, after his one shining moment of a header that Manuel Neuer had to dive for and a diving save in the low corner, aside from that, dude was inactive. I tweeted at one point in the second half, where the hell is Olivier Giroud? Does he even play for Arsenal anymore? Nowhere to be seen. You know, again, Arsenal never looked like, and Bayern was not that good on this very day, but Arsenal never showed me that they were totally going to break through at some point. And then, of course, we go to the second half. Bayern Munich starts out the scoring in the mid-50s, I believe. Bastian Schweinsteiger gets a nice low cross from Frank Ribéry. Of course, he slots it home. 1-0 for the home side. They're up 3-0 on aggregate. And then just 2 minutes later in the 57th, Lukas Podolski gets away with a clear push on the captain Philipp Lahm of Bayern Munich, makes his way into the box and fucking fires one past Manuel Neuer. A very tough and powerful shot. I saw at one point, one of the people I follow was like, dude, is Lukas Podolski Robin van Persie? A fine finish, indeed. And then later on in the match, Arjen Robben, one of his, 60,000 dives on this very day, dives in the box. Laurent Koscielny played as good a D as you could possibly ask for against a solid player like Arjen Robben. He goes down. They award a penalty. Fabianski makes a fantastic save as Thomas Müller came in and took the penalty. It slithered on the line, and then he denied it and punched it out. So it was a 1-1 draw in the second leg, but it was a 3-1 win on aggregate for Bayern Munich, who again did not look great, but they were good. So a few nuggets, and then I'll get into all your tweets. So why don't we go over that very quickly. Bayern Munich advancing to their third straight quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Arsenal eliminated in the round of 16 for the fourth straight year. So now all of your tweets, here they are. Retired TYTSports, the whole Bayern team in general, as in good or not good, they were scared to shoot, or they were just waiting as the tiki-taka style basically deploys. They were waiting for the best shot possible. So that's another way of thinking about it. Nazrio, TYTSports. Arsenal played amazing defense. The Ox took on 4 to 5 players in the first half. Very good point. And it was crazy. We'd love to see Bayern and Barca. Yeah, that'd certainly be fine. You know, Martinho against Pep Guardiola, the former Barcelona manager, of course. But here's the other thing, and I'm glad that you brought this up. Oxlade-Chamberlain was the only significant player for Arsenal on this day. Mesut Ozil was subbed out because of reportedly a hamstring injury and whatnot. But Oxlade-Chamberlain in the first half, driving through defenders, maneuvering his way. I mean, he had a fine first half. I wouldn't say that he had an amazing second half, but he was the one player you could say that played really, really well for Arsenal. Continuing along, this is a good one. Fave Lemieux, Giroud was quiet and looked out of touch. Bayern Munich to win Champions League 2014. They certainly are the favorites. Gabe, whichever American or non-American way you want to put it, Arsenal had Bayern looking uncomfortable, but generally looked more tired as the match went on. Arjen Robben dived twice. In my opinion, I counted more than 2. Robin van Perfect, Giroud, as in the most frustrating player on the pitch. He keeps forgetting what a striker does: score goals. Thomas Ianni, Robin for diving constantly was the most frustrating to watch. I have to get that out of football/soccer. Ox, Fabianski, and Schweini had a good game. Who else do we got? Jeremy Amaya, Mesut Ozil did not play what he was worth. That's tough. A few more. Thomas Rojas, how Robin made it out of that match without being booked. The people agree. Without being booked for diving is beyond me. He deserves an Oscar. One more, Google it, tweets Strom, nothing special, just what everyone expected. And Nitram Nezridep says, my clock was the most frustrating to watch. All right, so here's the one thing that I'll say. From the times that I've seen Arsenal, especially on this day, they look better when they're out on the run and out on the break. Yeah, you got to make 1 or 2 defenders miss, but they just look better when they're out on the break. So do me a favor, leave a thought in the comment section below. And also do me a favor, subscribe to TYT Sports.